Hey everybody, welcome back to my anime reaction channel, Kids Anime. Today we're going to be watching My Hero Academia Season 5, Episode 12. Last episode, we left off with the classes finishing up the battles, Deku's team winning partly due to, I would say, actually, Deku's new ability, the Black Whip. And I say that because the class in a whole did really great. One of the stars to me, and I hate to kind of say it, was Mineta. His ability to use the balls to bounce around the area and then save Mina at the last moment from an attack that she would have been hit by, and then she in turn turns around and knocks somebody else out. So they all really get together and pull this win out. But Deku stops the wild card Shinzo from really interfering with anything, and I think if Shinzo left unchecked, they probably would have lost, because his ability is a lot stronger now due to the fact he can throw his voice to make it sound like somebody else's voice, so they don't really know what to do. And even in the episode where he's talking to Deku about not having control of his ability somewhat, and he basically said, hey, was that an act? I almost in that moment forgot that if Deku would have replied to him, that he would have been under his control, because at the end of the episode, he says, well, I really didn't care about that. I was just trying to get you to talk to me. But to me at that moment, it seemed like he really genuinely was like, was it all an act? Even I temporarily forgot. So, but with that said, this episode will probably get into Deku's new abilities. It'll probably be with All Might and maybe Aizawa, and they'll talk to him about, what happened, and we'll go from there. But since this is finished up, there's nothing really else to go off of, so let's get into this episode, see where it brings us, and I'll see you there. Alright everybody, here we go. Yeah, that binding cloth is really OP. Look at Deku, all excited over the fight that he had with Shinzo. Shinzo probably didn't think it was anything. Oh, they're wondering what class he's going to be in.
Sexual harassment.
Oh! We're not doing. He's like, let's have a rematch right now. But it didn't work, because he couldn't contain it. He didn't have one for all. He had kind of an after image of it, but not exactly it. Also, he would have died if he actually had his power. He probably would have tried to hit him and just broke all his everything. What the world's going on here? Of course it's Bakugou. Oh, he's trying to get him to release the whips.
What the fuck is going on?
All Might just spewing blood. He's like, no, I want him to release him. Gone? How's that work?
You could shut the fuck up.
You're the first scum. Don't call him scum. He wasn't scared though, is the point. He was angry.
Screw you guys. I'm going
This
home.
dude really hates Deku. What's going on here?
My best friend.
You tell him. Ida was really powerful too. I really loved watching him just go all out. What in the world is Mina doing to Mineta? What is that? That looks like torture, and that's not right. You just can't torture the perv out of him. I wonder how hard though it is for Bakugou to not talk about what's going on. Oh, is he gonna go ask Endeavor for help? He did. Endeavor just choked the crap out of this dude. Not even paying attention. Okay, so they decided, I guess, which class Shinzo's going in already? The bad part? Do they mean him in general or the class he's in? Other than you're arrogant? Full of pride? Not much. Oh. He can mimic her ability, maybe they can get a better understanding of it. Okay. So he can't stockpile the fat. Right. So there's a lot of limits. Honestly, that would have been funny to see though. Oh, poor Yuri. It's okay. Well, I'm sure Mineta's happy to be free of the torture device. What kind of test is this? Just a battle? Right? He's been working a lot better as a teammate and not just solo act. Wow, to think even Mineta got his license before Bakugou. That's kind of absurd, right? What's going on here? Are they petty criminals? Or is there more to this? Because That's a lot of water to be controlling. Who is this? Todoroki? Okay, and Bakugou. You're talking about their license. They've only had it for half an hour. Whoa. He's just shrugging it off, though.
Whatever game you're playing, it won't work. You can't defeat me.
All their hard work for naught. All that planning, surveying, knowledge that they've built up, thrown out the window. Oh, this is interesting. So he's the one, he creates the water. Why is it going out of control like that? Yeah, get closer, Genie, so you can get hit. What idiots. His ability seems pretty powerful, though. Not gonna lie. Oh. All that vapor. That could incinerate somebody by itself. Steam. Look at this guy just rolling on in. Well, of course. With the bad guys' help, though, they're the ones that started it. So. How did he grab all those wallets?
Do you have any idea how fast I am? I'm fast as
Sliding
fuck,
go.
boy!
Oh. Bakugou says, I'm out of here. Alright everybody, so a brief recap over the episode. We basically had what happened that I thought was going to happen with Deku and the others trying to figure out his abilities. But Deku has essentially locked the abilities up somehow mentally to protect others from getting harmed, and stated that he has to figure out a way to unlock them back up so that they just don't all come out at one time and cause some chaos and potential harm to other people that are around him who he might be trying to protect at some point in time in the future. We also have Monoma being brought by Aizawa to Eri so that they can essentially try to get him to copy her ability and then help her to learn it. But we find out that he's unable to really figure out what it is because there's a catalyst that he's unaware of to kickstart her ability, which he cannot copy with his quirk. His quirk isn't as powerful as I thought it was. It's nothing like All For One's ability, because, you know, All For One can use tons of quirks at the same time, whereas he can only copy one at a time and use it for a limited amount of time. Although I'm pretty sure that can grow even further than it has now. Like Deku said with Fat Gum, you know, Fat Gum needs the fat to transfer to strength or power, and he doesn't have the fat, so copying like Fat Gum's quirk wouldn't help him. And then we had Bakugou, Todoroki, and some of the other classmates that they were with get their provisional licenses, and we're briefly shown a battle at the end where they take on some guys who I thought had some pretty interesting abilities, especially the one with the water. And he had some kind of black market gear that allowed him to condense the water into powerful blasts that cut through a whole lot of stuff. But the gear blew up, it being black market, so Let me know what y'all thought of the episode, though, because that's all I have to go on, and I will see you all next time.
Da-da-da.